Hello, Libra. Welcome to your daily message. If you are new here, I'm Auji, and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. I do have a download for you. All right. Please only take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. So the download is there's a person who's surprisingly, shockingly getting some type of key to success when it comes to love or when it comes to business. It's like this person is surprised that their curiosity or their great communication skills have led them to something. Like, I feel like this is a person who talks themselves into things or who can talk themselves out of things. Somebody got extremely flattered with you. Somebody is getting extremely flattered with you, or somebody has got extremely flattered with you over the last couple of days. And I feel like, and if you hear banging, I'm sorry, they're doing some construction on my neighbor's roof. But you can use that as confirmation if you do hear it. But yeah, somebody has got extremely flattered with you. And right now this is big because Jupiter is in Gemini and Jupiter is in the first house. So right now you are expressing yourself as, I don't want to say explosive, but it's kind of giving like the life of the party. Right now you may want to socialize a bit more. I then took some notes, y'all. Right now you might want to socialize a bit more. You're open to change, you're embracing change. Very, very social. Okay. Very expressive and communicative, very complex. All right. You're right now in this energy, you're not gonna like to be confined. But there's somebody who's finding like you have a way with words. You talked yourself into something. This could look like you getting pulled over, you talking yourself out of a ticket. My mother used to always do that. Like, she did not worry about getting tickets or anything. And she would flirt herself right out of whatever. So you could be real, real flirty. Like, I feel like you could talk yourself out of it. Like, you could talk yourself into a new situation. All right. So that's the energy that's coming through for you, Libra. Also, I do want to let you guys know that the standard personal is going to be returning back to its full price on July 31st. So if you want to take advantage of the sale, which you're able to get the standard personal for $35 off. So instead of paying $85, you only pay $50. Check out sacredlibra.com if you're interested, because it goes back to full price on the 31st. Okay. All right, let's see what's coming through. Somebody got the gift of gab, the ability to talk their way out of whatever, or talk their way into something. Like, you may find yourself in a room that normally you probably wouldn't belong in, or normally it wouldn't be for you, but you talk yourself into a situation. You talk yourself into something. And because somebody is flattered by the way that you speak, or how expressive you are, or how open or how curious you are about something, you're using that Gemini energy right now. Our cousin Gemini, you got intuition and downloads coming down. Got a lot of intuition and downloads. Ooh, your intuition and your downloads is telling you to forgive. It's time to release the pain. It's time to drop the pain. It's time to get rid of it. You're ready. Oh, your body is ready. Okay, so this is some real big energy coming in. There's some real growth energy coming in. For some of you guys, you could have been hurt by somebody in the past. You could have been hurt by somebody deeply. And right now you are ready. Like, I feel like you did not rush to try to forgive anything. You processed the pain. You could have soaked in your pain for a little bit. You probably had some times where you denied it. Like, you went through the stages of a person who could have been hurt, betrayed, whatever. And right now your downloads and your intuition is telling you that, okay, I'm ready to stop feeling the pain from this situation. I'm ready to stop holding on to the pain of the situation. I think I'm healed. I think I'm okay. So this is beautiful. You might be okay to start socializing. Like, if you have lost yourself due to being hurt, like deeply hurt by something, then you're ready now. you getting back to yourself and using that Gemini energy mixed with Jupiter right now, that big expansive energy, that go big or go home type energy. It's like life of the party type energy. Like Jupiter came here to have fun. And it's like now you getting back to it. So I feel like people can possibly hear that in your voice. People can possibly see that in your energy. That you have an extra pep in your step. You got like extra shimmer to you. Okay. Make sure you eat good. Make sure you drink your water and things like that. You do got a lot of downloads. Get your naps in, get your rest in, all of that good stuff that you need to get in, because you do got a lot of downloads coming to you. Intuition is trying to speak to you about something. Yeah, it's time for you to let it go. It's time. You're ready. You've been ready for a lot of things this week. Been ready for a lot of things this week. Attracted, not chasing, period. This energy, you're not chasing anything. You're attracting all things towards you. Ooh, we got an employment change. Somebody might have talked their way into a new job. Just by the way you speak, you got conscious consumer, attracted, not chasing, and employment change. All right, you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to only buy services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. Yeah, this is basically, I don't get like when people, like let's say like, it's companies that don't like certain groups of people. And I don't, especially don't get this with like Black people. And I was just having this thought, okay? So I'm thinking like, if you were to go to a business, right? And you had your number one customers would get some sort of good treatment because they spend a lot of money with you. Okay, so think about like, you know, the big giants, the Warren Buffetts, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos of the world, to have them in your pocket when you're like a candidate or something is big, because they're spending a lot of money on you, on your campaign or whatever, and they get to decipher the way things go. Now take it back. I'm pretty sure you're like, okay, what this got to do with Black people? We are like the number one consumers, which means the Black dollar, it circulates and it goes around and makes the country very, very rich. The country depends on the Black dollar. So then again, if the country is not giving its number one buyers what they want, why are we still buying? You know? And I'm like a person who can complain because I shop with us. Okay? I can complain because I shop with us. You know, it was a year that I kind of changed everything and went right just strictly to like Black owned businesses, just because I just love to support. And you know, I rather spend my money with us. Okay, just like at all other races, they rather spend their money with them. They rather spend their money with their people. I rather continue to keep the fruits and everything going in the community. But I was thinking yesterday, like, everywhere else except for in society, you treat your biggest spenders, you give them certain types of perks. You treat the people who, like when I have people who shop with me a lot, I'll give them extra readings, extra time, extra this, extra whatever, just because they shop with me a lot. And you want to show your appreciation to the people who are supporting you the most. Okay, now if the Black dollar is supporting America the most, where is our perks? Where the perks at? Where is our perks? Where is our special line? Our VIP line? I think that give you something to think about. So I feel like we have to be very, very conscious of where we put our money. And then not even that on like a race standpoint. That's just my 2 cents on that, y'all. Because I was just thinking about like, hold on. Usually everywhere else, the big spenders, they get some time. You know, this is a big spender. They got they their little VIP section over here. Why? Because they done paid for the whole thing. They putting the most money in the campaign. They putting the most money over here. Except for us when it comes to the world. It leaves you things to talk about. It leaves you things to think about. Like, where is what's really going on? Okay. So I do feel like we have to be very, very conscious of where we are spending our money. And especially if you have certain conflicts, or you have certain issues with certain companies, don't spend. Don't spend there. Do not spend there at all. Keep your money to yourself. Completely. Like, don't spend in places that don't like give to you. Okay. You also have attracting, not chasing. Right now you're using, like, there's a lot of people falling in love with your mouthpiece. Okay. Falling in love with the way you speak, falling in love with your expression to life, the way you view life. So you don't really have to chase anything. Like, things are chasing you. And then we also do have an employment change. There's a new door that's opening up in career right now for you, especially for people who are looking to expand, who are looking to get into different fields and just change different things. You are going to release the old and welcome the new very, very soon. And you are being supported each step of the way. So I do feel like that there's a person who could have talked themselves into a new job, talked themselves into a new career, talked themselves into a new field, something like that. Something like that type of energy going through. All right, let's see. I'm going into the pros. All right, what messages are coming out for Libra? Let's see. All right. All right, Libra, your energy. Right now you have exposed and play. And you also have displacement. So I feel like right now you're making the best. I just heard you're making the best out of a bad situation. Or at least trying to make the best out of a bad situation. And it doesn't have to be a real big bad situation. It's just like you could be in a space where you don't want to be, whether this could be financially, whether this could be a living space, whether this could be whatever. You could be in a space where you don't want to be, and you're making the best out of it. Instead of pouting around and soaking around, you are actually mingling. You're having fun. It's like, okay, I'm here, so I'm just going to enjoy myself. I'm going to find some type of peace. I'm going to find some type of whatever. I'm here. I'm going to make the best of it. That's the type of attitude. That's the type of energy that I feel like you have to something. This exposed energy. I want to read from the book. This exposed energy that's coming out. I'm back clumsy, y'all. Yeah, this is you feeling alone, unprotected. Yeah, you're not in your place. You're not where you want to be. Displacement. But instead of you kind of like soaking around and whatever, you're making the best out of it. You're about to play with something. You're about to kind of, make something fun, make something worth your while, make it like count. Even though this may not be what it is that you want. You are exercising your creative mind, your body, your plan. Okay, so you have this great dropping everything. Okay, so you have this great attitude towards life right now. Are you at a place that you want to be? No, not really. If you had your picks, you would be somewhere else. But you gonna make the best of it, which is beautiful. Which is beautiful. It shows how much you've grown. Also shows how much you're trusting the universe. It shows you being a good, like, also you could be being a good sport right now. Like, just a good sport. Just being a great sport. You got the moon. The moon is definitely significant. This attitude is going to bring you a lot of places. Yeah, it's your attitude that brings you different things. Like, once you change your attitude, your life drastically changed. Maintain a little mystery, keeping a distance. You are very, very mysterious. Somebody can't figure you out. We also have surprise pregnancy, so there could be a surprise new beginning that's coming out of this attitude that you do have, or this could be a actual surprise pregnancy. We do have the moon here, is fertile. But this is you maintaining a mystery. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand about to do. Don't let everybody know where your head's at. You could be feeling the same as everyone else, but you just show up differently. You show up completely different. All right, so we do have this energy coming towards you. Yeah, you are in a place, but your attitude is good. So the energy that's coming towards you is there's a bond here. And I feel like this is this energy of a person who is trying to seek control in a relationship, or trying to seek dominance in a certain type of bond. And this relationship here is a little toxic, very, very toxic, because the outcome of it is wrath, is anger. Why? Because you can't be confined right now. Sorry. It's a person who wants you to bow down. Ain't gonna happen. That that ain't gonna happen. Okay. Somebody wants you to bow down, and they want you, they want control over you. They want a bond where where they're dominant over you. And that's just not how you do things. So this makes this person upset. This makes a person have a wrath towards you. The fact that they can't control you. And I do feel like this could be a person who could have decided to put you in a place, or decided to, like, okay, since they're not doing this, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to put Libra in this displaced environment, this environment that they know they don't belong in, or I'm going to create this whatever. And still your attitude is like, I'm going to work with it. I could work with anything. You might have that attitude like, I can get through anything. Or that attitude, like, I could do anything for a short amount of time. Like, come on now. I'm strong. Not saying that we get into once. Yeah, if I had it my way, I would not have ever even stepped in this place. But now I'm here. I can make the best of it. You got this real big warrior energy. This big warrior energy. And I love Geminis, okay? First of all. Like, a lot of my close friends are Geminis. And they have that energy, like, roll with the punches type of energy. I love that type of energy about a Gemini, where they gonna just be like, all right, so let's make the best of it. I ain't gonna sweat. I'm gonna set myself up and make myself as comfortable as I possibly can. And we gonna roll. We gonna rock out. Period. So the energy coming towards you is somebody wants to control you, or somebody will want to control your bond with another person. They could possibly want dominance. They want control over how the other person sees you, and it's just not, it's not happening, because right now you cannot be controlled. Also, if a person wants dominance, remember from the download, there's somebody who has there's somebody who's become extremely flattered with you within the last couple of days, or they are right now. And somebody wants to control how another person sees you. And just because a person sees you in a different light, it makes this other person angry, like beyond angry. It's a wrath. It's beyond angry. Wow, flattery. Yes. Okay, so somebody is upset. The energy that's coming towards you is anger, it's BS. It is nasty energy. It's because a person has become extremely flattered with you. All right. Somebody has become extremely flattered with you, and this person who wants control over you and control over how another person see you. It's like, just because you don't like me don't mean God don't. Okay. Okay. And just because you see me a certain type of way don't mean these people see me a certain type of way. This person I bet they do. They got a lot to say about you. Also, I feel like there is this energy of a person being upset that somebody extremely likes you. And I feel like this is hidden animosity that a person has, or hidden anger. They ain't gonna be able to hide this wrath too long, okay? Also, I feel like you need to start watching people's body language. Because when people are lying to your face, they study the words. They don't study the actions. So they may be extremely tense but saying loving words to you. It's because they studied those words. Like, I'm going to go in there and say I love you and da-da-da. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. They did not study the body language of a person who actually loves a person who's actually embracing a person or supporting a person. It's a certain open way that your body language is. You don't tell somebody that you love them and you mean it and you tense and you like, no, it's like an open, vulnerable type of energy. But I get it, like a person doesn't want somebody to like you, and this person keeps coming to that person talking all good things about you, and it's pissing them off because they want that person to see you the way that they see you. And they may not think that you're this special person. They may not think that, you're all that or whatever. They may think that you're just basic and whatever. This could even be a person who don't even want somebody to find you attractive. They probably don't think that you cute or whatever. But this other person does. This other person does. Okay. All right. We have love energy. We got release and distance when it comes to love. We also have ghost activities, a lot of unseen activity, a lot of things that's happening within this distance. I do feel like there could be a separation or some time apart between you and your lover. Like, y'all could be the lover could be doing a lot of work and things like that. That could be happening in love. That's coming towards you. There's a lot of unseen things that's happening. You have the ghosts here. Ghost is a lot of unseen help. You also may be in a space where you are releasing a relationship. Releasing a partnership. Yeah, you have the rose here. This is beauty. But inside, there needs to be some inside. Okay, so there's health. All right, so I feel like this energy is distance makes the heart grow fonder. Why can't I say fonder? Distance make the heart grow fonder. So the more distance that you have, like when y'all get together, when I say fire, somebody's about to make some fire with their person. It's about to be fiery with your person. Very, very fiery. Yeah, the workplace is significant. So somebody is working a lot. A lot. Oh, you might get pregnant. You might get pregnant. feel like also there's a person who wants to make up for lost time. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. So we do have in career, we have observation and curiosity. It's something that you didn't poke. You stuck your nose in, being this little Gemini spirit. Stuck your nose in, got curious about it, decided to, let me see something real quick. Let me see if I could do this real quick, and boom, abundance. Your curiosity pays off big time when it comes to finances. Big time. It's that Jupiter energy. It's the Gemini energy. All right, it's that Jupiter energy coming in. And it's check. I've been saying this all week. Like, be mindful of the things that spark your interest. Be mindful of the things that catch your eye, that you're inspired to do. Like, you're inspired to have this big, like, you're inspired to taste all different flavors when you get here. Like, you don't have to follow the rules. And this Gemini and Jupiter ain't going to follow the rules, okay? Just Gemini and Jupiter are just not going to follow the rules. I don't know a Gemini that does follow the rules. If it's a rule, Gemini going to break it just because it's there. I don't know a Gemini that's going to. Okay, so Jupiter being in Gemini is giving you, if you're confined, if you're that Libra that's like, well, let's do the right thing. Let me do the right thing. Sometimes I'll be that Libra too. let me do what's right. This time you're not going to be doing what's right. And not saying you're doing a whole bunch of wrong, but you're stepping out of your normal box. And it's beautiful. It's a good energy. Somebody really loves this energy. It gives you some air, like you're not stuck in that, balancing or trying to make something look good or perfectionist type of energy. You're making a couple of mistakes along the way, stumbling along the way, but your attitude is everything. You're making it fun. You're making it exciting. You're making it a game. Like, it's just, your inner child is having a ball right now. You got a lot of abundance coming towards you in finances if you stay open and curious. Stay curious. I just heard keep your head on a swivel. And then I see a snake. Be mindful of a snake here. I just heard keep your head on the swivel. I'm like, keep moving around. I'm trying to think about what it is. But be mindful of a snake too. There's, like I said, there's a person that's upset with this flattery. There's a person that's upset with this abundance coming towards you. There's a person who's upset that you have some type of abundance, and you do. You are curious right now. It's coming in. Keep your head on the swivel when it comes to finances and things like that. You don't want people to have cards, or you don't want people to have access to certain things. Also, like, when you at the store and there's a person all on the back of your neck and you trying to put your card in, and they could damn near, you might as well ask, you might as well put your stuff up on the counter too. That is a big pet peeve. Like, could we go back to when in COVID it was personal space? I'm a big personal space type of person. Like, why is your cart hitting me in my back? Is it that serious? That kind of, it pisses me off every time. I'm pretty sure y'all know that pisses me off. Like, could you back up personal space, please? Like, I be looking at people and they don't think nothing is wrong. Like, people could be so unaware sometimes. They don't think nothing is wrong with them being all the way up on the little keypad. Like we done came together. I had to ask the guy, like, excuse you? Oh, I'm sorry. Like, what are you doing up here? Be mindful of people all up in your personal space or trying to get into your money business, personal questions, asking things. Like what I say, you said having a ball. I told you, you are having a ball right now when it comes to career. Finding you making everything fun. Everything fun, okay? Leaving the judge behind. This is when the judge get off work. Get to take off the robe. And then the fire comes out. Like, it's time to play. This global energy here. I did a card for the global energy. What's going on in the world. It's a lot of survival instincts that's happening here. It's a lot of coldness in the world too, and it's summertime. It's a lot of people who are cold. I've noticed that there's a lot of like coldness. It's a lot of like snappy type of energy that's going on like in the world around you. Right now, there's a survival mode that people are in just as a collective energy, as a world type energy. And this survival mode and needing to and being paranoid and things like that is leading a lot of things to bad influences, versus drugs, alcohol. This is the first time, and you know, I ain't no old person, but this is the first time that I've experienced people talk freely about using a lot of drugs. And it surprises me because they talk about lots of hard drugs. Now you talk about weed and alcohol, okay, you know, okay, but this is the first time that I noticed that it's become a space where it's open to talk about. And then I don't get it, because then we want to come together and say like, you know, they need when these young rappers die of drug abuse, they come together and say like, oh yeah, they needed like better mentors or people to tell them they were struggling in front of our face and nobody did anything. Well, if you make something open and accessible, more people are not even making it open, make it more acceptable. People aren't going to feel bad, or people get desensitized by a lot of things. And I was just thinking about this, of the desensitizing of the world just in general. It's like, it's nothing to see death now. It's nothing to see, like, it doesn't get, like, people may get mad for an hour, but then that's it, and we scroll into the next thing. Like, and then I feel like in order to kind of like combat with your emotions and things like that, and deal with the raises and the highs and lows in your emotional like body, drugs, of course a person leans to drugs. So I do feel like we're going to start seeing a lot of, you know, how the survival, and then numbing. You know, when you're in survival mode, you're numb. So a lot of people in general are numbing a lot of things with bad influences, whether it's actual substance or it could be trashy TV, trashy content, whatever that's going on. That's why it's so much trash that's going on through the media. Sorry to say that. I know it's a lot of people who like may make that type of content. They may whatever, but I just look at it as like, you know, pointless, for real, for real. Like I just look at it as like, why are we doing this? Why are we even spewing that to the world? It's a lot of spewing of like racism, of hate, of just, it's you don't hear a lot. Well, we're going to agree to disagree. You hear like, you have to either believe what I believe or you're a bad person. Which it kind of seems like that. You know, back in the day when you did something different, it was just like, this person is a witch. Burn at the stake. Burn them. They got to get out of here. The cancel culture, stuff like that. So I feel like this energy of like this survival mode, everybody is numbing themselves. Okay. Everybody is numbing themselves. Addictions and things like that is coming out of a way of survival mode. Now, this is going to lead the world in a completely different direction. And they're becoming younger and younger. I remember when I was in high school, it was frowned upon to smoke weed. It was frowned upon to smoke weed, okay? And I did, you know, I did. And everybody be like, oh no, don't. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Whatever, I was numbing or whatever the hell I was doing. But everybody was like, oh no, don't do. And now everybody smokes. And I used to talk to my sister. Remember, we was like, damn, they're the only people in high school, and everybody act like it was the worst thing in the world. And we like, it's just, you know, it's weed. It's make you a little hungry and a little silly. You know, but now the kids, they're doing so much stuff. Like, it's so many documentaries on just how drugs are infesting the community, and it's starting so young. So and then I don't know if people are having those same talks with kids that I wonder if they still do the DARE program that they did. Like, it was like a whole bunch of preventative programs and what to do and say no to drugs and stuff like that. It used to come out. I wonder, do they even do that anymore? But this is going to lead to the world going into a whole different direction, a whole different space. All right, we got the money safe. Oh, it's a money game, of course. Something is about to be exposed when it comes to this being a money game or a money gain, or maybe people may start talking about it a lot. I also feel that way about like sex. Like, people talk about having so much sex, but you don't hear about people talking about safe sex. And when things are rising out of control, and then I was watching a podcast and it was like, I'm wondering why everything is rising at have you just scrolled down your timeline and just seen how like people are talking about just sex crazy, and you don't hear safe sex? I grew up in a time where all the rappers and everybody, they would be like, practice safe sex, practice da 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 da. And I understand, like, sometimes you need those influences to tell you certain things, especially if you're in a world where that is your influence. Like, some people, these kids, they look up to these types of people. Sometimes that's the only thing that they like. And then the influence, like the influence is crazy, and that's what's happening. The influence is it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So you got to really, really be careful. You got dressed the part. Surprise pregnancy. I'm also getting like something that's telling you to get ready for something. Yeah, it's too much for your energy. You get ready for something. Surprise pregnancy. I don't know what you need to get ready for. But you may be dealing with something. You may be in close contact with this. What's happening on the world, a global scale, could definitely be affecting you a lot. All right, so it looked like past energy. There's a past energy of you being balanced that really, really suits you well. Okay, you balancing the scales and things like that kind of suited you very, very well. Now your perspective has changed because you have adopted this curious energy, the scavenger hunt. Okay, so at first something was just, I want to be balanced. Now you're not afraid of tilting over to the side a little bit, tilting over to this side a little bit. It's like you're playing with things. This curious energy is really, really helping you a lot, just to open up yourself, to broaden your horizons, to change your own perspective, to get you to look at things completely different, even yourself. All right, we do have, you are protected here in your scavenger hunt. While you're figuring things out, you are definitely protected. There's also a mystery that's coming towards you. There's some really, really good news that's coming towards you as a result of this curious energy. I want to say like this hunter energy, but it's like a hunter, it's a warrior. They don't really like you. You don't care. This could have been your perspective on a relationship. First you were balanced. You was like, okay, I'm content. I can stay here. It's good. Then you start opening up doors and being curious and looking at certain things. And your perspective changes about how a person views you. And you don't really care. You're like, Something is also spiritual at heart. Maybe you needed to grow to know, like, to not really care about a person liking you or not really wanting some type of validation from another person. This could be this person who has this wrath. Maybe you're realizing that a person has this wrath against you because they don't really like you and they want other people to not really like you. And the fact that people actually like you, it pisses them off. Okay. The important energy here is you are an anomaly and you are heavily protected. And the difference, you see this scarecrow here. This is what I'm looking at. Let's like your outer appearance or the rareness about you. There's something that's rare and very, very suspicious about you. You may have your moon in your first house. You may have Lilith in your first house. It's just something that's very, very suspicious about you that makes people afraid a little bit. Afraid, intrigued, like they don't really know what they're feeling, but they're feeling something. You might not get people who come up to you and try you a lot because they can tell that you're a different type of breed. You're a different breed. This means that a lot of people don't come to you to your face to talk about you. They talk behind your back, but they don't really come to you because you're a different type of breed. They don't know what to expect from you. You are highly protected because you're rare, because you think rare. I do also feel like the bigger message is don't fear your unique qualities. Don't be afraid of you. Don't be afraid of your specialness. Like you have some type of special energy and you don't need to be afraid of it. You shouldn't be afraid of it. All right, we do have this railroad, which is a long journey is coming towards you, possibly with a person, possibly with a child, okay? Or this could just be a younger person, or you could be taking your inner child on a long journey. There's also somebody who has taken a lot of interest in you because you are a rare breed. It's something that's different about you. You're just when a person sees you, they can tell like, okay, yeah, this person is different. They may even call you a little weird, but it's different. Yeah, make time for you. Make time for you. Start appreciating yourself a lot. You got divine feminine love creation. This could be like some type of birth or rebirthing stage. You are safe to express yourself, to be your true self, to show yourself. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.